Nice. Okay, amazing. We have some people here. So welcome to the station. We have the IR and SnD management for entity who fulfilled the 100 GV condition. So congratulations if you are here. Means that you or maybe your predecessor has accomplished this. So yeah, just a quick introduction. My name is Lucia Yuriko, but you can call me Lucia. Currently, I'm CVP OGX of Isaac Indonesia 2021. So even if my name is a little bit Japanese, but I am from Indonesia, originally from Indonesia. And so in this station, our objective actually is very practical. So this is the space for you to achieve for those of you who achieve the 100 GV condition to align on preparation, experience, and then post-experience. So you can expect that by the end of the session, we will have some IR things. Yeah, kind of bit like IR call and such. So this is our agenda for today. And then for a check-in, I have a questions. If you could do IR for any products to any country without any limitation, where would it be? Please, you can unmute your mic or maybe you can just share in the chat box. Where will it be? Let's see. You can also unmute your mic, please. Or maybe I want to hear from someone, maybe Sachin. Do you want to share?
Probably India.
Oh, why?
Because like we had a really good partnerships in our previous terms as well. Yeah, probably that's why.
Nice, thank you. And the OGV India is in here. Maybe he's blushing. So after this, you can have a call or have conversation about this. Let's hear another person, maybe from Punsara.
Hi, yes, I'm OGV Sri Lanka. So I just mentioned Vietnam because throughout the years we have been doing like Vietnam has been doing a lot of numbers in terms of IGV. So I feel that they would have some good plans in terms of this change management as well. So we can do some IR activities collaborating with them.
Nice, amazing. And Queen is putting loves in there. Very, very amazing. Okay, so that's very lucky that you're wishing for the IR partners are coming from the AP. That definitely will be easier. But for me, I will choose MOC. I don't know. I think there's no one from MOC in here. Like, just if because I'm OGX, so I'm also handling OGV. I think I will be really happy if I can have alignment with the ICX of MOC. Yeah, because a lot of people wants to go to there, and that's really interesting. And yeah, a lot of similarities within our country. Okay, that's the check-in ends. Another questions. I want to see if you know this or if you aware about this. What does it mean when we talk about GV? Yeah, when we talk about GV, what does it mean to you? Anyone wants to share? I want to hear some sound. Maybe you can also chat as well.
Cross-cultural exchange.
Wow, okay, thank you, Yeji. How about the impact? Nice, nice. Okay, so yeah, the question is like that. That's a very also right answer. But I mean, if you are talking about GV in this kind of scale, for example, the conference or commission call. So when we are talking about GV, means we are talking about delivering the safety for customer and also sustainably impactful product for the entity and community. So at the current moment, we are not talking again about how is the persona, how is the matching, something like that. But in the meantime, we are talking about how to deliver the safety and also the impact. Nice. So, and then, because this session is about IR, what does it mean when we talk about IRGV? Let's hear some noise. What does it mean? Anyone? Okay, let's see the chat box. I don't know. I cannot open my chat box. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it's not. But okay, I just expect someone is replying there, no matter what is the answer. So when we are talking about IRTV, it means we are doing the IR only for the EP who don't want refunding or don't want cancellation, as well as the sending entity and host entity are safe, and it should be realized by March 2020. So this is the current context of talking about IR in GV. So don't get it wrong. Don't have a misconception about this, because in this session we will mainly talking about this. So yeah, talking about GV, I think you are fairly clear about it, about what we do, why we do, and then the cross-cultural exchange in ISAC that we deliver through our ELD, and one of it is GV. So at the current moment, when I search about the data in Asia Pacific, just from 1 month ago, by 1st May, there are around 25 million COVID cases in Asia Pacific countries. And these are the countries that unfortunately have the rising cases of the COVID. To your questions, what does it, if we are not delivering GV, does it mean that we are not ISAC anymore? Please answer. Is it yes or no? Do you agree with this or not?
No.
Oh, nice. I love the answer. Yeah, definitely is no. We see two no's in here. So no GV, it doesn't mean that we are not ISAC anymore. Why? Because yeah, we will find out more. So even this is hard truth, I know, but this is the hard truth that we have to be like fully or heartwarming or fully accepted about this. And yeah, these are based on the latest SOCA. I think this is a SOCA in the quarter 1 for the entity. These are the expected amount of entity who's still running GV. Remember, when we talk about GV, it's not the normal GV that before. So in Asia Pacific, around 5 entities in OGV and 4 entities in IGV. So if you are also running or you are one of it, yeah, you are coming to the right space. So the stance of GV in some entity, yeah, this is also based on the latest SOCA. For example, like Indonesia, we are doing bringing approvals for all the approvals, and then some entity also doing dorming. So yeah, this is the visa situation on entities. Maybe you have seen this before in the station yesterday, I think by Virnia and also by Katya. The visa is not really stable across the globe. It's not only in Asia Pacific, but in all continents. So there are around 5 cases, like 5 cases or 5 scenarios about the visa situation that usually be used for the GVEP. As you know, yeah, sometimes you're using like tourist visa, or so like at the moment we're changing some EP taking internship visa, business visa, working visa. So whatever visa it is, actually the situation is very not stable and it's really hard to get the visa. And there's a lot of hardship in GV. Yes, that's the hard truth. But what do you think about this? I want to hear some opinion. What do you think? Because you are the MCVP GV right now, or maybe you're handling 2 or 3 roles at the moment. But yeah, you will still manage the GV as well. What do you think about these all uncertainties?
Okay, should I go?
Yeah.
I think the way you're responding, wait, I'm not sure of your question, but are you asking how we're what we think about how we're responding to it?
Yes.
Okay, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, I love GV and I wish I could run operations because I love operations, but I think it makes sense not do it right now considering the COVID scenario. And even if you think about it, even if we do run operations, considering how largely we are into the B2C, our brand image directly gets affected. Being an organization that should be helping people during COVID, but instead it would just, I mean, money makes sense, profit makes sense, but it'll affect our brand if we're trying to push people to go on an exchange during a time of global crisis. So I think at the end of the day, it does make sense how the way AI is responding to it. So yeah.
Yes, thank you very lovely. That's nice. So yeah, That's right. At the moment, there's no big innovation, even no innovation at all in GV. Maybe if you see in other products, we are doing like virtual or you are doing partly some changes, some shifting, but there's no innovation in GV. Because what? Because the priority right now is to make GV sustainable. So maybe you also know about this. This has been almost 1 year. We have the GV conditions. And this is the tools. The tools has some refreshment just a few days ago. So you can check about this later. And these are the entities who have fulfilled the 100% GV conditions. So I have attached the link. Maybe after this, I will also share it to you in case you don't know it yet. And please take some moment to read this carefully because this is very important. And also in your role later, in your turn, we will work on this again. So if you're asking about GCP good case practice, you can go to ask for some entity who have managed to fulfill the 100% GP condition for both sides. There are India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and then there is the link in here. Of course, you have the access for the session output. You can check this later. Maybe just in case if your entity only managed to get 100% in one side or maybe not in two sides at all. So a little bit throwback, this is the session yesterday and you will meet this again and tomorrow. We will talk a lot in GV about the risk management and maybe the resumption or also what is that like the dorming stage. There are around 4 stages in GV that you have to do. And yeah, we are coming to the activities today. So what we are doing today is mainly working on the current SnD or the supply and demand. So again, I have questions. Where, if you know, where most of your current application and approvals go to or come from? Let's type in the chat box or you can just speak. Where do you think it is? If you know the right data, you can just say, oh, AP, nice. Egypt, nice. Yeah, you can be very specific to one country. Vietnam. Oh, mostly within AP, that's nice. Oh, I love this answer. Okay. Anyone else want to write again? Because now I'm lucky, I can open my textbook. Okay. Germany, wow, Germany, Egypt, nice, nice. Okay, that's very good. So I just want to do something. If you know about your SnD, because maybe you are just elected, or maybe you are coming from the GV Commission. So this is very important to know about this, to know your biggest IR partners. And then next, after we know about this is the current SnD mapping per region in Asia Pacific. Again, this slide actually has been published in the session yesterday, but let's take around 1 minute, 1 minute to read this again in case you missed that before. So yeah, you can read the approval, realization, and also the conversion rate from the approved to realized. You can check most of our approval in Asia Pacific are coming also from Asia Pacific or Europe or MEA. So yeah, I saw some people say Egypt, Germany, or maybe AP, that's right. And also for our realization now, mostly going to Europe. I don't know, maybe about the visa or maybe about the border who is still available and yeah, other reasons. And then for conversion rate, for the approval to realize, you see, because our realization are only coming from your Europe and MEA, so the conversion rate only appears to these 2 regions. So yeah, this is the current SnD mapping in Asia Pacific. So you can read in the conclusion in here. Mostly the approvals is higher in MEA and Europe. More than AP, something like that. So it's, I don't know, either it's good or bad, it's hard to say. Same with realization, it happened the same. And in AP, we have the lowest conversion. Yeah, but we don't have to worry as a region, of course, because the volume is not really high. So this is the SnD. So this is the mapping of summer pending realization. So summer pending realization means these are the number of approval who's supposed to have realization within this summer. Means it's around May until August. This is the summer peak. So I have the link. Maybe my CC can help to share the chat box as well. You can check all the data there. Remember, it's only from May until August. So for example, I show in here, these all the number that's supposed to be realized in May. For example, India has one with Azerbaijan, one with Croatia, one with Czech, 35 with Egypt, 2 with Nepal, and such. So after this, we will have a working space, but not now yet. So just open the link, but don't do anything. You see the checkbox in here. We have checkbox of realize, approval break, extend, a new realization month. So what you are going to do in the next 10 minutes is you can open the expa. If you have the access already, maybe you are now EST or you already have the access from your Prede or you know your Prede account, something like that. Or if you have the internet data, maybe from your internet tracker, check that. Who is this EP? For example, who is this Indian EP who's supposed to go to Azerbaijan in this May? And if his or she is realized, you can tick. And or if you think they are going to realize, you can tick. But if you think they are going to have approval break, so tick in here. But if you think that the realization timeline should be extended, maybe you think that they will realize later in July, tick in here and put July 2021 in here. So got it? If you don't got it, you can ask now. Do you understand about these tools? Maybe you can chat in the chat box if you yes or no. So what you are going to do? Oh, okay, Nian, what you want to say?
Can you go again? I don't get it.
Okay. So this is the, what is that? This is the tracker for the summer pending realization. Means this all the approval, who is the slot opportunity supposed to have realization within May until August, only in the summer. So this is the mapping for each sending entity and host entity. For example, India has 2 approval that's supposed to have realization in May with Nepal, 3 with Poland, 13 with Sri Lanka, something like that. So this is a number. And then what you have to do, only tick the checkbox. You have your internal tracker or maybe the access to the expa or anything. You can open the Google Drive or your commissions. And then if you know or if you think that this EP will realize in May, you can check. But if you think that this person will do approval break, check in here. And if you think that this EP might have realization but extended, maybe in August, in July, you can check the extent and write the month in here, July 2021 or August 2021. That's. But we are not working yet. We will start in the next 5 minutes. So in total, we will have 3 activities today. The first is mapping the pending realization and action step. So this is the individual work you will do in this Zoom link. You will play music maybe around 8 until 10 minutes. You do that, check, only check. And then you find out where the data comes from your predecessor. You can check if you got it yet. The second one, we will have the breakout rooms for IR SnD alignment only within the AP. So we will have, you can meet your IR partners or maybe your lovely entity partners, something like that. And then you can ask for some alignment for that. Lastly, we will have individual call to actions. So that's all for the first activity. You have the link already, so you can open in the second sheet. Yeah, I see some people already in here.
I actually had a question, Lucia.
Yes,
sure. The thing is that for my entity, we're not sure yet about who are we're currently doing our survey to find out the EP that want to go through with it. So we do have a large number of approval breaks, but they are yet to confirm. We might give them an extension until before March 2022 for realization. But visa is also an issue for us right now. So I'm not aware yet. We're doing our survey, so I'll be able to get the right data only after that.
Sure. It's okay. This is just only the sensing, because now, for example, this is for May. So for people who's supposed to go in May, and now it's 28 May. So only 2 days left until May ends. So you can check if you think these people will go in 2 days or approval breaks or extend. Extend means you are still asking for confirmation or waiting for the right month, something like that. It's okay. Yeah, also like for example for June will comes in the next 3 days. Yeah, you can have some sensing in here. So this is only what you know or what all the data that you got. But of course, later on, you have to do confirmation about it.
Okay, and also, for example, I have like in May, I have 2 people realizing in Egypt, but it says 35 here. So what do I do with that?
Okay, sure. So you have 2 realization, you can put in the notes. Put notes in here, yeah, 2 realization, 2 MEA, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, very nice questions.
I think we have
So,
one
yeah.
question from EGM Malaysia. She asking, what if we are not doing any exchange?
Okay. So it's okay. You have around 8 minutes to observe about what are your friends doing, but not 8 minutes for 8 minutes for observe. Or you can also use this time to open your expa, because maybe there are some some approval that are still there. Like even if you refund the money, even if you can terminate the contract, but the status is still open in expa. Yeah, so check about that. Okay, have a good work, everyone. Some people are very easier, just click and then drag it down because you are very sure about all the answer. That's really nice. Okay, so that was the first realization. So I want to hear some sharing. What did you find out from the activity, or what are the new things that you learned, or anything that you want to share? Maybe you have your personal CTA as well. Anyone wants to share? Anyone? Maybe I saw some people from Vietnam are very active and very fast. So maybe you can share what was your key realization? Oh, did she say something? I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear too.
Sorry, did you hear it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just say that actually I don't have much realization, because like my predecessor just transferred everything to me, saying that we will break approval no matter what happened. So that's why I do it very fast, just like break approval.
Okay, that's nice. So you have you already communicated with your predecessor. As I saw in MC Vietnam, you already have like general transitions. So yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you for sharing. So we are moving to the second activity. We will have some breakout rooms. So please change your name as your OGV or IGV, or maybe if you're not coming from GV part, you can choose. You can just rename your site. Either you will consider as a customer or partner site. So maybe if, from Minli and Punsara, can you change your name as well, so we can put the breakout room. So basically what we are doing in the breakout room, we will have, we call it AP calling time. So this is the SnD alignment for you. So in this topic, you will talk a lot about what will you do with the IR, with the current IR. Remember, when we talk about IR, it means what we are doing to the current application and the current approval, means for people who already have some consideration stage. So as I put some highlight in here, the highlight is coming for the entity to entity who has more than 5 approval. So for example, in India, you can OGV India, you can match with IGV Sri Lanka or Vietnam, and Nepal, Sri Lanka with India, as well as Vietnam with Cambodia and Myanmar, something like that. So this is the highlight. So the CC will will make a room based on the IGV. So you can choose coming to entering any breakout rooms. Consider that you what is that? You can choose for any IGV entity who has most approval with you. So, for example, if you are OGV Malaysia and you think that you have a lot of approval with Thailand, you can just enter the breakout rooms. But we will see if there are only one people in the room, we will move that to another room. So what you will do or what you will talk in that breakout room basically is talking about this. We are still in the same sheet, but we are in the third sheet. You see in here we have the sheet called SnD TV RFS Discussion. Yeah, so this is what we are doing. So look at the first block in here. This is the example, and just copy this. Just copy the next 8 rows and make your own rows. And then you put in here, for example, the OGV entity, for example, Malaysia, and then you can put your name, the MCVP elect. I don't know who is, let's say Julie. And then the border status for the OGV side, you can choose either it's still open, quarantine, or closed. Maybe you can say open for voluntary visa, for example. And then you have discussion with India, maybe. And then, put the name of the ELAC, India. And then for the India side, what is your border status? Maybe closed. Yeah, just in here. And then put the number in here. How many applications that you have between OGV Malaysia to IGV India? For example, 60. And how many approval? For example, 10. And then you can talk about these 5 questions. How should you, as an IR partner, align with the GV condition fulfillment? And then what will you do to your current applications? What is your stance about it? What is your customer journey that you design for them? And then the next one, what will you do with your approval? And then in case if your approval wants to still be in realization, what will you do? And what are the bottlenecks? What is your CTA? And such. Also put the time that you will do follow-up conversation about this topic. Maybe if you're still unsure about your answer. And then the last one, how will you mitigate the risk and align with the GV risk assessment? So, but if you think that you have more topics to discuss about this, yeah, just feel free to add the topic, just add the row. Okay, first, do you understand about the instruction? Yes, it means approval who are not realized yet. So the status is approved. Either it's since February 2020, since March 2020, any approval who's still in the expa. But I will suggest it's from the February 2020 until today. Yeah, until May 2021. Okay, any question about this? Please put wave. Okay. Nice. Sure. Okay, so let's join the breakout room. Let's have conversation around 15 minutes. See you.
The approval anyway. Yeah. And I update to other people that in Vietnam the border will still open, but only open for business visa. That's all.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. I want to hear one more. Anyone wants to share? One more sharing, please. We've heard from Vietnam, so maybe Sri Lanka. You want to share? How was the breakout room?
Right. So for me, I think I was there in the breakout room with mostly with the OGV because so according to our numbers, we have been doing a lot of numbers with India, but I think IGV from India is not here. So we just discuss about the current conditions and what will be happening with regards to the borders. We just went through a rough discussion on with the current condition and the borders. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice. So we had the conversation within the AP. So yeah, as we know that you also maybe have some partners outside the AP, that is still okay. So now this is the time to have some call or some chit chat with non-AP partners. their timeline, their visa, or anything that you want to talk to them. And this is very important for those having more than 5 approvals with the entity for non-API. So for example, I put in here India with Egypt and Turkey, Ukraine, Nepal with Egypt, Pakistan with Turkey, something like that. So please start texting them. I sent the link of ISAC contact, the global contact, and you can find the MCP ELAC if they already have. So yeah, this is we next to the call to actions after this. So the call to action is to have follow-up conversation after the RFS and also fill the same discussion tracker for your partner discussion. We still open the same link, so you can keep the link, and that link will be your network link for the MC 2021 link. So all the GV things will be still in there. So please have some further discussion with your entity partner and fill in that, so we can check and the RO also can check. Also, if you haven't know yet, or if you haven't created, or if you haven't get to know your IA partners, start having conversation with them as soon as possible. So some recommendation for this from this session is start to evaluate the GV condition. Maybe if you fulfill 100%, you have to still resubmit before July. And then if you haven't fulfilled 100%, you can already work on that. Also have further discussion with your IA partners after RFS, timeline and action steps for the current approval. Also bring the IR space to your commission. This is very important. Even if we are dorming GV, but your network deserves to know about the current topics. Also keep the routine up and start to mapping out the pending realization at risk, opportunity at risk, and revenue at risk until the end of the year. But at the number 6, you can have a conversation with your MCP ELAC as well, or MCVV Finance. So yeah, after this session, or maybe yesterday and also tomorrow, we will learn a lot about this, the risk management measurement. These are 3 points in the risk management. You can check on this later, but remember that these 3 are the core of our risk mitigation. And what I want to say is the future is now. So whatever that you are doing right now, or whatever decision that you choose, you pick in your term, will be a very beneficial, or will be very crucial for the next generations. And maybe this is a very remaining sentence for me. So when I saw this, the picture of fish, like flying or floating in the river, this means a lot. So the history belongs for those or for us who dare to against the flow, reject the establishment, and have the power to break to our mind and movement, because everything is in our hand. And if you see the kite or the fishes, they're rising and they're going against the current or against the wind. They're not going with it. So this is what we are doing right now. We are the kite and we are also the fish, that we are not going through the same pattern. We are not going to the same culture or the same GV anymore, because we will be the change maker for the future. So yeah, this is all the session for today. I hope it's beneficial for you, and I hope you can continue working on the space. Still, if you haven't finished the workspace, you can still doing that, maybe after RFS, or maybe you have your own individual time for that. You can check this session output. It's still on the folder. Put the question and answer. Also put the feedback later. And after this, the next session will be the session for our partner from the Mind Valley. Please attend this all and remind your friends, your MB team, your EP team to join this session. So yeah.